Okay, I taught us something yesterday. So we all have our requirement, right? I mean, our dashboard is ready and everything's good to go, like, right?
Yes.
Okay, now let's say from here, the management or the or the users of the report want to know the cost of each project, you know, what it costs for each of these projects here, which is this blog post, video, and so on, and how much it costs per assign, which is the amount. So how do we go about such, looking at our data?
We don't have costs there.
Okay, so how do you go about it? You're right. You're right. We don't have no cost, so we can do such analysis unless they provide us with the cost for each project. You're right, because we don't have no cost. So where I'm going to, sometimes some users might want to like tell you they want this, they want that, because they don't really understand the data that we have. So it's left for you to tell them we don't have the cost. We don't have it. You understand? So it bringing in the cost of the project is a different requirement entirely. You get it? Okay, so having that in mind, let me go to our data. Let me see if I can find it. Where's the data I used yesterday? Okay. No. What was the file that I sent? What was the name of the file? Well, let me quickly download it. Okay, it is zip. Okay, all right. That's why I'm not seeing it. Okay, this is it here. Okay, so having looked at our data that we have here, this is our data. And the management says, okay, they have to assign the cost for this, okay, separately. So what they want to do now is to say, okay, let's create the cost of this project separately. So for the sake of this class, I'm going to manually enter this amount. Okay, so let me copy this assign and projects. We might not really use these.
We don't need the dates.
No, we might, sometimes it might come the date it was incurred and all that, but for now, let's just leave it simply. Let's just keep it simple. Let me copy this, assign here. And let me just copy this. And let me create a new Excel sheet.
Oh, I'll turn in sheet 2.
Yeah, you can do that, but I'm going somewhere, so just stay with me. Okay, so these are the name and all the projects. I'm going to call this costs. Okay, I can call this budget cost, and I'm going to call the next one actual cost. Now, in the real world, you're going to be doing some analysis called variance analysis. Variance means difference. What's the difference between two measures or two variables? Okay, so for this, let's call this budget 10,000, and let's say the actual cost is 9,008. And let's call this 9,000. And the actual cost, let's call this 11,002. And 10,002. All these are just makeup, okay? And let me see if I can just drag and make up some numbers. Yeah. It's not automating, but let me just drag this here and I can manually change this somehow. Let's just call this 75, call this 8,000. Leave that 9,000, let this 9,000, let's call this okay, and for the actuals, let's just bring this down for now. And we can leave this. Okay, I'm just going to make this off hash because of our time. Okay, so we have our cost now. We're gonna, let's name this as, let's name this as our cost. Let me just save it somewhere on my desktop for now. Let's call this project cost. So now, since they want to be able to view the cost of each of these projects, they've now provided you with another file that contains the cost, the budget, and the actual for that project. So from here, how do we bring in that data and join with this, with our present data and do some analysis on that?
We connect that to, we bring in the new data by connecting to that data.
To go back here to data source?
No, go to that, there's a, go back. There's that, this thing up there, like a, I mean, that look like a cylinder.
This one here?
Yeah.
New data source, okay. So Excel. We go to where we saved it, desktop, and PM costs. Okay, what we just did now is called what?
Data should blending.
Yes, you're right. It's data blending. We're trying to blend our data. Okay, this is data blending when you already have your data and you have to bring in another file. Most time, data blending occurs when you are bringing a different data that is not of the same data source with the one that you are working with. But you can also use data blending for the same files, okay? It still works, but most times it's recommended. For example, if I go to my data source now, I want to bring in a PDF file or database file to join with this. It's not going to work because they are not the same data source. Tableau Desktop does not allow you to do that. So, but if you want to bring in a different data source to connect with a different data source, you have to do what we just did now, called data blending. Okay, but right now we have this data. If I go to my sheet here, you can see that this data here, it automatically joining now because of what we have here. But normally, most time, this will not happen. Okay, you can see that they are not interactive. I have two data sources here. So I cannot use this any data from here. Let's say I want to use what I have on my view. If I drag this on my view right now, it's going to give me some error because there is no relationship between the two data yet. You get it? That's why it's telling me I cannot use it because there's no relationship. And if I forcibly use okay, you see this assign, this little drum here, box here that have the orange check sign, is telling me I'm bringing in a data from a different data source. So if you look at it here, you just giving me stars. That's because there's no relationship between these two tables. They are not connecting yet. So in data blending, most time, if you have the same common field like we have here now, we have assign in this file and we have assign in this file. So Tableau is recommending for you to join using those two columns. But a lot of time it might not be straightforward like this. For example, my assign here might be assign, right here is called assign. The D might not be there, but they contain the same type of data, the same data. So Tableau will not suggest for you what to use. So how do you now join manually, knowing that the data is the same? Remember we did a project where the table name was different. I mean, the column name was different, but the data is the same. And we manually join them because we know that the data is the same. Sometimes if the column title is the same, Tableau will just recognize the the title of the column. But sometimes the data in that column might not be the same. So if you just go by what the title is and you joined, then you're going to have error. So even though the title is the same, but the data is not the same. Do we get it?
Yeah.
Dion, do you get it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So now let's assume that our column title is not the same. We want to manually create a relationship between these two data. What we do is to go to data here and edit or edit data relationship or edit blend data relationship. But once you go here, you will see the edit data relationship. Okay, so if you click on here, here is where you manually define the relationship between your two data. The data source here, which we are using, this first one, here you can say we want this one to be our primary data and our project cost will be our secondary data. So right now, automatic is suggesting to us that we can use these two tables because it recognizes that the title of those columns is the same. But if you don't want to do this and you want to manually do it, you have to go to custom and you click on add. So in your primary data source, which is the main one, you might choose, okay, I want to use my assigned to connect with assign here, and you click OK. So it's telling you mapping will replace at least one of the mapping file. Click OK. Okay. You can create multiple relationships here by defining different titles, but let's say this is what we want for now. You have to click OK. So right now, just because we did that, we still cannot use the data because we have to manually, if you go to your primary data source, there is no little chain icon here. Only when you go to your second data source that you will see this little chain icon here. So until you click it, that's when the relationship is not defined. When the chain is connected, but when you have this little slash on the chain, it's telling you they are not connected yet until you click on it. So they are connected now. So we can see that this assign here automatically pop up because it's now recognizing that there is a relationship between the two data. If I break the chain like I have here, you see that this assign is gone. Did we get it?
Yeah.
So this happens a lot of time in the real world. You might be working with SQL database and they have a mapping file just for the orgas alone. And they want you to bring that file in and create a filter for the orgas. It's just the same process. There is no other magic. Any question on this?
So for this to be possible, they have to be the data. This thing have to be of the same format, like Excel and Excel, or CSV.
No, data
and CSV.
blending. You can bring in any kind of data source. It doesn't have to be Excel and Excel. That is when it is data blending.
Oh, so if I take, for example, now I take CSV and Excel, I can blend them together.
Yes, so as long as they have a common field, remember they must have a relationship. And that relationship must consist of a column of the same title or the column that have the same data. For example, here, we are joining with a sign here. You see, the title of this is the same, but the column also have the same information. Okay, let's even do some gymnastic here. Let's go back to our cost here. Let's change this to name here. Let's call this project owners. Or let's just take it project owner for now. And here we call it projects. Okay, or we can call it project types. Okay, all this I just make up. All right.
Yeah.
And let's click save. So let's go back to our data source here and let's refresh this data. Oh, now we see that this assign here is gone, but it's still showing up here because we define it in our relationship. So it's gone now. So if we go to our data source, edit data source here, so we can see that the automatic now is not able to pick up any automatic column for us anymore.
Relationship.
Yeah. So here, but here we know that this project owner in this table here is the same here as the assigned. And here we know that the project type here is the same, has the same data as the project. But because they are of two different files, they are labeled differently. And it does happen in the real world. They might be labeled differently. Okay. For example, your employee ID in one database might be called employee ID. While in another database, it might be called associate ID. So if you try to blend those two kind of data, if you just use join associate ID with employee ID, it might give you error. But because the data inside is the same data, employee ID doesn't change, it's the same thing, it will still connect because Tableau will automatically map each of the employee ID to where they are matching, even though the title or the title of the column is not the same. And this is not just for Tableau, it's for any database, any kind of database where you try to join data. If they have the same title, it will work. Okay, I'm going to create another scenario. So here now, if we want to define our relationship here, because we know that this project owner here and this has the same kind of data, even though the title is not the same, we can just go to our data source here, use this as our primary and use this as our secondary. We click on add. On here, we're going to click assign. And here we can just click on project owner and we click OK and click OK. So if we go to our secondary data source, we see that that chain is back on. So if I bring in my project owner on this view right now, you see it's still going to work, even though the title is not the same.
So can we leave the title as it were, or we can still change the titles to have the same name? I saw I mean,
yeah, you can do that. For example, let's say here, I don't want to go through this stress of labeling, going through the data source here. Let me break this chain for now. Okay, I can just say, okay, I will be on this data source here, and I will create a calculated field, and I'm going to call this what? Assigned. So make sure that the title is the same as we have it on the primary data source. I'll just drag this over here. Okay, and I click. Okay, it's because we have this error here. Let me remove this one right here. I should be able to delete this. Okay, so let me create that again. I'll call this assigned. And I'll just drag in my product ID here, and I'll click OK. So you can see that, is it correct? The one that we have here, assigned.
and project owner.
So right here, this should have automatically popped up. ASS. Okay, right. So I can also just go back here and use this now. But this icon should have automatically popped up here. Yeah. So you can do it this way. Okay. But since you know what you're doing, just stay with the normal convention for now. Okay.
So
now,
can I do the edit from the edit blend?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
The edit blend source.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I can change the title to have assign, then blend them together.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, let me also do a demo here. Let's do another gymnastic here. Let me insert
Can I
here.
ask a question, please?
Okay, go ahead.
What Dada was saying just now, if we can change the name of the title so that he can easily blend them together. So is that one, is this something you can do? Can you
you can.
Can you manipulate data like that? Can you just start?
That is not really manipulating data. That might just be like naming convention so that you can keep track of what you used to join and keep in the name convention. That's not really data manipulation. So as long as you are not truncating the data or subtracting some from the data to make it look at what your users want it to be, so that's just naming for you to join. You are not really doing anything to the data.
Okay.
Okay, but you can do that. So let me come here. Let's do another data gymnastic here. Let's create another column here. I'll call this assigned. Just as we have here, ASS, IN, NED. And I'm just going to put this one. Let me just. Okay, and let's call this project, right? Just as we have in there. And I'll just call this, and let's drag down. So let's save this now, and let's go back to our data source here and do a refresh. Okay, so this is what we have here. You see. Okay, now let me change this one here to string. So now we have our assigned here, and we also have our assigned here. We have projects and we have projects. So if you think, okay, since I have the same column with the same title, let me do a join using this assign, even though they are of the same title. So let's do and see what we get. It's not going to work because even though the title is the same, but the data in that column is not the same. So let's do this Now, I did blend and custom. Let me remove this one and let's do assign here, and let's do assign here, and let's click OK and OK. So it says the worksheet 6 contains error. The following will be removed. Let's click OK. So now it's joined. You see that it's joined. It's working, right? Our assign. But let's see what we get. If I bring this in here, you see all you have is null. If I bring in the project manager, null. If I bring in the project owner, null. If I bring in the project type, null. That's because what we use to join, the data in that column is not the same data in the other table, even though the title is the same. Do we get it?
Yeah.
Okay, so who can explain the logic behind data blending? Dada? So this is very important for you to understand, because you might find yourself struggling in the real world, but over this simple stuff, if you understand how data blending work, and it's very simple, just understand it. Yeah. The same data in the same column, but it might not be the same title. And even though it's the same title, it has to be the same data.
Yeah. Yeah, they must have the same relationship.
The relationship
the data have to be the same, you know.
The relationship, exactly.
Yeah. It has to be the same data, you know, even though the heading might be different, but
that is the relationship that I'm talking about.
The relationship is defined by the title. Don't forget. In your database schema, is the relationship most time is defined by the title of the column, unless you manually define the relationship. That is, if you understand what the data is. Okay. Okay. All right. So are we clear with this? Dion, do you understand this?
Yes.
So in an interview, if they ask you to explain data blending, how will you answer that? In 2 sentences.
Connecting two different data sheets so they can work together.
Be more professional. Talk like a pro now. You are right, but talk like a pro and try to use those terminology which you've learned to wrap up your word.
Okay.
Okay, for me, what if I'm asked what is data blending? Okay, data blending is bringing in data from multiple data sources. They might be the same data source or different. Most time, they might not be the same data source, and there must be a common field. There must be a relationship between the two data sources for me to join. Most time
to join or to blend.
To blend, you see the same thing as joining, but it's a way of you bringing a different kind of data. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So to join, but I must have to be careful the column that I'm using to join, because sometimes the data might have the same column title, but the data might be different. Or the data might have a different title, but contain the same data. See? Now, also another one thing for you guys to understand. If, let's say here, let me break this now. Let me break this. Let's say here, this assigned here and this assigned here is the same thing. The same data, the same title. But in this sheet here, I define this as a number. And here, this is defined as a string. If I do the join, I'm still going to get error. because the data at this point is not the same.
Mhm.
Even though technically they might be the same. For example, let's say Ejiro's employee ID is 12345. Hold on. My Google is talking by itself. I want somebody's phone in my house.
Hmm.
Hey, Google, type this up.
Alexa.
Shut up. So because this for I was saying if Ejiro employee ID is 12345. So sometimes Tableau might see it as a what? A measure because it's a number. Okay, we have to tell Tableau, even though this is number, they are not aggregatable number. They are just a number that describe a person, right? So in that case, if I use it just to join like this, I'm still going to get error because Tableau is going to be recognizing this as a string, I mean a measure, and here as a string, and you cannot combine string and measure together. It does not work. All right. So what I'm showing this with you, like at least try to wrap your answer with some kind of technicalities, making sure that the data structure is the same, the data type is the same. You know, even also be careful of the title. If the title of the column is the same, but you still have to make sure that the data inside is the same. All right. So Dion, take that question again.
Okay. So data blending is taking data from different data from two different data source and joining. I forgot what you said there. And joining them together and making sure that the columns that we're trying to join are the same parameters.
Okay, good. Parameter, yes. Yeah, you're right. They might be the same data, making sure the title is the same, or they might not be the same title. If they are not the same title, but the data in that column must be the same.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. All right. And there is another ojoro that people do out there, like ojoros. It's not really advisable. Don't do it. Okay, let's say you are dealing with time data. Okay, and the timing. I think we did that once when we are doing the Kirel dashboarding for the coal mining project. Who can remember that? You know, Kirel used like a dummy kind of table. He created a dummy table to bring in the two time data. So you can do that, you know, but making sure you are not trying to you know, mess up the read data itself, and do not do any analysis based on your dummy data. Still use the real data, you know. But I'm not going to show that here, so you guys will not say I show you guys how to do it. All right. So, any question on this? Any question on this before we jump on over to this?
So, in the event that we have no, what do we do? How do we?
Who can answer that question?
Rectify it, like, because you didn't do that rectification.
Yeah, so who can answer that question? It's very simple. Once you have this no with your join, what does that tell you? You have a problem with your joining.
Yes.
Right? You have a problem. So what do? You go back and investigate why it's not joining. So like here, this one is showing up as string, and here this is showing up as an this one is showing up as string, and this one is showing up as
a number.
Yeah, so all you have to do is change this to
string,
and then go back and say, okay, you can just clear your dashboard and say, okay, here I'm joining with my assigned. Let me see the kind of data in my assigned. You can just drag this in. You see that it all contains one value, okay? You can click and you go here and say, okay, let me see this. Oh, this contains name of the project owners. So that means even though they are the same, this assigned here is not a good field to join. Okay, because even though they have the same title, the data is different. So you might want to say, okay, let me investigate my data to see which of these you can, for example, bring this in here. So you can say, okay, let me investigate my secondary data to see which of this data here have the same information as my assigned in this primary data source. So you can just open a new worksheet and just investigate. You can see this has like a Boolean number. You don't need that. You go to your project. Oh, no, it doesn't have the same project owner that I see. Oh, so in this table here, it is called project owners. Right here, it is called assign. You see, so you have to do now is what? You go back to your data source here, do the blend, and remove this one that is causing the error. You remove, you add a new one on our primary data source here, assign to project owner here, and you click OK and OK. So if you go back to your dashboard now and say, okay, let me join here. If you bring this in here, you see that you have the same data source here. So they are not interacting properly. You can now show your actual costs and show your budget as you want, and so on.
Assuming now, if you have, just like you said now.
No, Victor, speak out, okay? There's no woman here, speak out. You're not toasting a woman, speak out.
There's no woman here.
Sorry, I thought you're not toasting a woman, so speak up.
Okay, let me shout then. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, for example, now, like you check your assigned and the project manager. If, let's say we have names, okay, both of them, project manager names and the assigned names. Assuming we have names, the names are not the same. If we have different names, but they are names, you know, can you still do the blending?
You can do the blending, it will work, but guess what will happen? You can tell us what will happen.
There will be some null value, there will be some
null values, null. Only those that match will show up. But if it doesn't match, everything, remember the function of null is if it doesn't find a matching value, it will put them into null. Okay. It's still going to work, but you're going to get null. And the question you ask now comes up in an interview process. They're just trying to see how, you know, how quickly you
if you know what you are doing.
Exactly, how you can quickly think of solution. You understand?
Yeah.
Nice question. Any other question?
Yeah, the other question, I have two questions. Let me quickly take them. Now, there was a place where we did from that data where we did the blending together. Okay, you know, when we're doing the testing, we realized that one assigned has the name and the project owner also has name. Now, I've realized that assigned has name. So while I'm trying to do the blending, can I change that project owner also, just to, do you understand what I'm trying to say? To change the project owner to assign at the same time from that data blending source.
You want to change it from the data blending?
Yeah, okay, please click that data, click it.
Okay.
Go to edit blending relation. Okay, so if you know, so I have assigned here now. The one project owner. Now quickly change that title to assign, since I have realized that they contain the same relational data.
You want to quickly change the title from here?
The title here, that project owner, instead of merging the type project owner, can I just double, for example, if you double click, can I change the name?
Maybe When you start creating your own software, you can do that. But for now, we can't do that here. You can't do that from here. You can't.
Okay, so I have to do assign a project owner.
No, you can't do that from here. You can't do that from here.
He can do that by going to the raw data.
Yeah, you can do that from here. I just do it from there. Say I want to like double click on this now. It's not going to happen. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The other question I want to ask is, we have primary and secondary data source. Can I have more than 2 of this data? For example, I already have Excel. I want to join a CVS file, and I also have another.
You can blend in as much data as you want.
Okay, all right, cool.
You can do that, you can.
So it will now be primary, secondary, and others, right?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's take question before we proceed. Any other question? Any other question? Dion, ask question. Ask question. This is critical.
I don't have any question now. Maybe while we try to apply it, then if I don't, I
just thought of bringing this up because I thought it's a good data source to quickly explain this little trick. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, from a lot of times, can you all see my views that I quickly created here? If you are showing actual versus budget, okay, this dual axis chart, people love it a lot. That was why let's spend up to 6 o'clock before we jump into today's data. Who can tell me what I did here? Quickly, let's not waste time. Quickly, who can tell me what I did here? I created, remember we did this fake data for the actual and budget. So I wanted to show the actual and budget. So all I did was just to create a dual axis, change one to Gantt chart, which is the actual, and I leave the budget as the bar chart. So you are seeing the budget right now and see the actual on top. It's just a very quick trip to show your actual versus budget. This is one of the view that a lot of managers likes a lot when you're trying to do variance analysis. What does this show you? This is your budget, 19,000. You spend 27,000.
27,000. Did you do the dual axis thing on this one too?
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Okay, but I just wanted to be sure. You know how well we do the other circles. So I was thinking, did it just merge or we had to do?
No, I didn't merge. Okay, all right. Let me. Okay, all right.
I understand now. I just wanted to be sure. Yes, okay, that we did the dual axis.
I did the dual axis and I did this synchronize. I synchronized it to make everything. So if I want to check this synchronize, then my little bit overlap. So I synchronize here because they have the same kind of axis. I can also unshow these. So what I did was to, on this second one, the actual, I changed it to Gantt charts. So that Gantt chart is what gives you this line.
It's really
okay.
Nice.
And this, the first one is bar charts, and I just do the show label, and you can format this. A lot of times, this is all you have to do, and you just be maintaining this very quick and easy, and add your features for them to start using. Okay. Now remember, I always tell you guys, keep your development simple. The reason why I'm saying this, I've never had so much long meeting like I have today. I have more than 7 meetings today. What happened? Somebody left the organization, one of the dashboard he was working on, I inherited it. Just simple analysis. This guy have over 30 kind of calculations and all that. Now the users are not making sense of those calculations. You understand? They're not making no sense of it. You understand? And remember that your users have access to Excel. They can download your data and use Excel to do, what they call checkmates. They will checkmate you and see how we're not sure you know what you're doing. Now, and I just asked a simple question: what are they trying to do? What is the logic behind this calculation? It is a very simple calculation. And I look at all the calculations you did, almost 30 calculations. You fix this, you exclude that. I mean, you don't need it. Now, the report, as far as I'm concerned now, is as good as useless because the users cannot make sense of all those calculations. They checkmate with their Excel. It's not making no sense to them. So keep your V's. If you know how to use bar chart, use it neatly. Okay, stay with the conventional charts. Table, they love table a lot in the real world. Like this table here, where you just give them like an Excel and put filters there. Manage, especially those managers that use glasses that have been in analysis for long. You cannot impress them. Don't try to impress. You understand? Use table, use bar charts. Sometimes bar chart and this tree map, excellent. Anything bar chart here, excellent. Then if you are doing like with time analysis, time data, use line charts. You understand? Most time they will tell you what they want. You keep it simple. Don't try to impress by creating what they call Sankey chart. Nobody give a damn about Sankey. Sankey is not a good chart to visualize data. When you start filtering down, you start seeing the nonsense in Sankey charts. Keep it simple, and you will enjoy the job. Your life will be simple. If you try to go complex and impress, you will put yourself in trouble. You start defending what you cannot explain. You understand? Okay. Dual axis like this, if you are showing two variables like actual versus budget like we just did now, you can just use this, or you can even come here and say, okay, let me show this as an area chart. See, it's not really making no sense. Play with the simple ones here, but the Gantt bar will give you line over the actual, so you can see what the budget is, and this is the actual. And you can also do say, okay, what was the cost? How much did they go over by just doing a simple calculation and bringing in some of the budget, right? Minus some of the
cost.
Actual. So this will give you what, and you can also create another chart somewhere here if you want, and just change that to like a line chart. Okay, you can. There's a way to like put this below the bar on top. So you see that this person went over by 4,800, 3,000 plus.
Can you make this one maybe like a? Okay, I was thinking if you can make it a line chart.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's not going to really work because
you want
remember,
to make sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't have time.
What I will normally do, I will not even put it here. I will not. I can just come to a new worksheet here, put this here, and I'll put this calculation here.
Calculation.
Okay, I'll put it here like a bar chart, or I can make it a table.
Exactly, I was going to say that.
Yeah,
make everything a table.
Make it a table, and then you come to your chart here, bring in this over here. Let's remove this, or you can float this to like show them the legend. But for now, let's remove this quickly and bring this on top here, and then just format your chart here. See, I cannot come to this chart.
I'm sorry. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
This calculation that you did now, the difference that it's giving us, the variance that's giving us, is for total of all the projects that we assigned to that particular person.
Yes.
So what if they ask us, maybe like, is it possible for them to drill down to the place where you have to find out let's say one person was assigned 4 projects and you want to know how much was used for the 4 like individually for all the 4 projects? How much variance?
You can. So as long as the data are all tied together, like we have in our table here, let's go to that, our fake table. If you come here now, you see that for Tracy on blog post, the budget was 10,000, but the actual was 9,000. Then for Tracy again, for the same project, this is the amount. But there were some other people that were assigned to the same project, blog posts, that had different amounts. So for you to know for each person, you can bring in the project type here and say, okay, show filter. Let's just play with this now. So this is for blog posts. So for all the projects for blog posts, Mike incurred 40,800, whereas the budget was 36,000. Jane incurred 28, whereas the 40,000, whereas the budget was this amount. The only person that saved their money in this blog post project is Tracy, because the budget was what? 28,000, and he spent 24,600. So at the end of the year, if you are giving bonus based on what you save the company, this is the only person that will get a bonus because it saves us money. So you can drill down, so as long as the data are all tied together. You get it?
We can also use this to look at maybe goals. If there's a goal, timeline, maybe there's a goal that needed to be, I forgot the way to explain this thing.
Yeah, you're right. I know what you're talking about.
You say what?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. What you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, just like, for example, there's a goal. You can say, okay, this is a goal that needs to be reached. Who is able to get to that goal on time?
Go ahead.
But I forgot the way to really explain it, but I understand.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You are right. You are right. Absolutely, you're right. Any question?
I like this chart, this.
I like this chart. Can we also add this to make?
Okay, yeah, I think it's right for you to like combine it with your data and do some other gymnastic. Shall we? Should we do that? I can quickly send you those.
Yes, quickly send us this data, and then let's just add it to our project.
I think you guys need to pay me some more, because I was just thinking of this requirement that this is real world scenario. So because of that, I'm adding $500 to everybody's.
Okay.
You deserve more than that.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So can I ask you a question while you're sending this?
Yes, go ahead, please.
You know, like yesterday, we had 2 dashboards, right?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to like publish both of them at the same time, differently, right?
No. Once, okay, Dada, share your screen. Let Dada and Victor help you.
Can publish it. Just go.
You know what? Let me share my screen first. You will see what I did, but I can now walk you through what you can do with your own. Don't mind. Let me quickly share my screen.
You said Jiro here today. She's so quiet.
She's
listening to this one. She doesn't need it.
She's listening to Trump, eh?
This is what I did. This is my dashboard. Okay, no, let me go to this one. Okay, so this is what I did. I have one here, this is another one. So I have 2 dashboards. Okay, let me just so this one dashboard. Okay, I created one dashboard for our project assigned and all that. Then another dashboard also. Okay, so then the 2 dashboards are now added them to a story. This is a story, this one. So I dragged this one in here. Okay, then create caption, call it whatever, project manager, project management or something. Right? So the other one, what you do is you now say another blank. So you now bring the other one to it. then name it whatever you understand. Then you can do the sizings, resize and do other things and all of that. Okay, so what I now eventually did was, okay, let me delete this one. Delete. So we'll now eventually hide them before publishing it. Okay, so let me stop sharing, then you can share your own screen now. Let's walk you through.
Is it compulsory that you must form a story before?
And you know, because you have more than one dashboards.
I understand. What I'm saying, can't you just go ahead and just publish both at the same time?
You can do that. Okay, remember the dashboard help you to put together your worksheets, while the story help you to put together your dashboard. Yeah, you can do it anyhow, okay. You know. This mail is returning forward.
Okay, I can't find my old data.
Did you restart your screen?
Yes.
Did you save? Did you post it?
I posted, yes. I posted that. That's why I couldn't get the both of them.
The first one you posted it, I'll be on your.
Yes.
Okay, go to your Tableau public. You can download it. Your Tableau.
Is this not right? Oh, hold on. Yeah. Is this not it?
Okay, this is it. This is it. The other one is cross table, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So now create a story. Create that one. So those are the two. You see those two by your left hand, project overview and cross. So you drag one, rename it. So name that add caption. You name it whatever you want it to be. So maybe project, okay, overview or management status. So you can, okay, so click on, no, first click on blank. By side here. So you now drag the other one to it. Okay, so name it also.
I send the emails. So for those that have it, please quickly start downloading while we wait for
your story. Your story, rename it. Name it whatever you want it to be.
Just call it project for example.
Okay.
And then from here you can also hide your dashboard. So you only have one story to publish. See, that's just the trick.
Yeah, so before you publish, so if project overview is what you want them to see first, then from here now you can now publish.
So,
don't publish it. Remember, you still have one more.
Okay.
You can publish to save it, and then once you add the new one, you cannot replace what you published before.
Replace it, yeah, because I saved it yesterday, but I now.
Okay, so I send the email. Everybody, please download it, and let's get to that. I didn't plan for this today, but it just came to my mind to use this to explain some of these little things that can cause issue in the real world. But let's just finalize with this.
It's a value add.
Nice. So everybody, download your data, please. Quick. A lot of you will start receiving some miracles tomorrow morning. So don't forget me.
Email.
This is not email, it is done. Donald Trump has sent you guys money. So tomorrow morning, check your accounts and pay tithes to your church and pay tithe to me too.
Yes.
Do they pay tithe for money that they dash somebody to? Oh, wow.
That's at least for me. I call it what you call friendly tithes. Mine is
Okay,
friendly.
no, spread is okay. That's all right. I wanted to understand, you know. Mm.
I hope you guys are aware. It's not a
Person
free
like
money.
that, I have 5 children. It's not a
I know you.
No, we alone from Mavi.
Lucky, you don't say that free, not be free money.
It's free now. You pay taxes.
No. They go collect for the next kilo.
No.
That's what there's just rumors. I didn't see that
Just
written
rumor. It's
anywhere.
free. It's called stimulus. Don't mind rumor. If you don't want it, you can just send it to me.
No,
if they ask you,
that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's what I think they are doing. Maybe they were going to.
No, they won't do that. You guys like. Okay. Get to work. Let's finish this quickly.
Which one are we? Is it the 3? I got 3 from you, eh? Are we using the? No, I don't know. Hello?
By using the last one, this one he just sent now.
The last one.
Yes, this one that he just sent.
Okay, I got 3 just now from him.
Okay, from all your emails.
No. Just now he sent me 3. There's one fake data. There's one no subject. There's one PM tracker.
No, not PM tracker. Is it PM tracker?
PM cost is what you.
PM cost. That's the one he just sent. This one that's on here. Let me open it so that you can see. That's the one he sent earlier, the PM tracker. So the one you're supposed to do is fake data.
Oh, fake data. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Oh. Sister Jiro.
Alpha.
Is everything okay?
I fell asleep just now.
I thought
Wait,
as much.
now.
Something just told me to call you because the way you are quiet is just so normal.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. It's not working from home.
It's okay. Your time when you're going to work, you say you're going to work. Now they say stay
What
at
you
home.
should do, if you work after 2 hours, just take like a 30-minute break. Sit down, watch TV, take a stretch, just walk around. You know, you get so attached to the laptop that because you are home.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what something that happened to somebody?
What happened?
They have about there are about 6 or 7 or 8 of them on a conference call. You know, they were doing meeting, ladies and all their directors and all of that. And one other guy, that guy did not wear anything, not even a pants.
A lot of them don't know that their video is on. People are that daft. Some people can be daft like that.
Now start walking around, make everybody just put their hand on their head. Somebody called in the bedroom.
They don't know that their video is on because a lot of people don't know how to switch off your video or how to save your video.
That was unfortunate error for him.
Okay.
I think mine is. Let me see. PM cost has project. Let's see. Projects. Put it out here. See what it is.
What I can see is any project that is.
It's because it's not automatic. That's why now.
So no, see your assigned is under measure. Why? Change it to string.
Oh shit! Thank you.
Go to sheet 1.
In what cost or?
Go to know the cost here. Assigned is under measure.
So we should change it to string too.
No, it's already okay. Yeah, change it to string.
So, but this one has connected project.
So connect the
But it's not correct now. You see what? Oh, okay, it's correct now. Okay, before it was just one that was in there. So, but we're doing owner. Assigned. And this. So let's go to custom. Edit that thing. Custom. So this will go to project owner. Okay, add. Assign a project owner. Asabi, Aisha. Okay. So it's not. Okay, it have come together. Let me see. So what are we supposed to do now? Where's everybody?
Dada, professor.
Wow.
Help us, Professor Dada.
The question, because there's nowhere to read the question, that question was for assign project owner. Okay. Okay. I don't know what to do.
Please, can we see the calculated field?
Okay. I don't think he's there.
Actual cost. I think that was what the calculated field was.
No, I did not give me that.
Hey, I say I need help. Jiro.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you please guide me? This is my screen.
How did you even get to here again? Be confused.
Okay, this is what we did yesterday. So I connected
all those ones now.
Which one?
All these your sheets so that you know which one you're going to. You have too many sheets open.
I hide them right now because I wanted to attend to this one.
So which one is the key indicator? What is that? Yoshidaki.
KPI.
That's his name. That's his own naming.
That's the way. So, you know how we get here now, but this is what I want to do now. Edit relationship.
Okay.
I mean, custom, right?
This is okay now.
Yeah, correct.
This one is correct.
Assigned and project
owner.
Then project and project.
Project, yes.
Add.
No, okay.
There's no need to add.
There's nothing to add.
Okay, just okay.
We did a calculated field.
I can't find any relational chain.
Well, it's supposed to show that.
So that's what I'm saying.
Go to the second information. Go to the second data.
It's
Drag
not showing
project owner. Let's see whether it will show anything.
Project owner in.
Okay, your chain is not showing, but it's working.
I don't know.
Drag your assigned.
Check the first one. Let's see the assigned. It is the first one. You're supposed to go back to the Gantt chart to check the assigned.
Gantt chart.
Gantt charts.
That link is not showing, but it's working, Dada.
It's working. Maybe your laptop is okay too.
Is what?
Dion, his laptop. Okay, it has come now.
Michelle, thank you for the link. Thank you for the bills. Don't worry.
That's what he has been doing to my own laptop. So this is my opportunity to strike and strike. I said take opportunity to strike.
Wait,
his laptop is old.
Again, Dada.
You say what? Sorry?
The link is no more showing now.
Yes, just when I put that aside
go back to your Gantt chart. Then drag your assigned.
I'll dig in here to see.
Then go back to your
sheet. PM cost and drag your project owner.
Now connect.
It's there.
It. Yeah. So you can drag your project owner now.
Okay.
Now project
owner.
And now it's showing no.
They are not this. Dang.
Drag the assigned from here. No, don't take it out now.
Okay.
Assigned. So this project owner, you're supposed to take it from the Gantt chart. Was that what you call it? Gantt chart or whatever. Gantt chart.
Gantt.
So that's what you're connecting.
To take the assigned from the Gantt.
You said what?
The assigned, right? Is supposed to be from sheet, the first one, the Gantt chart.
The assigned is supposed to be from the Gantt.
And then the project owner will now be from the PM cost.
PM.
Assign, this is it. And the project owner is here. Okay.
So they are the same thing. So you can connect. That's why it's connected already. So the project to do it to make sure that it's the same thing.
So, but when I connect, it's giving no. Oh, okay, it's project.
Yes, project.
Dada, clear your dashboard. Clear your dashboard, Dada. Clear your dashboard. Go back. You're not causing yourself a problem. Go to your edit relationship.
Edit relationship.
You are using two fields to connect. Use one.
Right.
Okay. Use one. One is enough. Click OK. Now go to your primary data source. Drag in one of the fields there to trigger the relationship. Then go to your second. Now you see it's there, and then drag in whatever measure you want to drag in from there.
Thank you so much.
Can you also share it, please, because I'm confused. I need some help.
Okay.
Yeah, we can help you.
Okay.
Like, I need help, but let me help first.
So this is what I did so far. I don't know.
Your project is connected.
It's
okay, so Drag your project owner now and see if it's the same. Put your project owner up there. So it's not connecting. So go to your data and
that you keep doing the same thing. You have to bring
No,
in.
this is somebody.
Victor.
This is Victor.
Okay, Victor.
Go to your data and edit the relationship.
Where did you drag the assign from first? Was it from here?
It was from the other one.
No, drag the assign from here.
Oh, you're not telling me if I need a key.
Then go to the second one.
It's the same thing he did, Ejiro. You're doing it again.
Go to the second one now and drag
it.
Okay, that means your connection is wrong.
Yeah, that's why I say you should edit it.
Go to your data.
Okay, maybe I should
go up to data.
Go up to data and edit. Yes. So go to custom and add. Click add. And click assign and project owner. Okay. And okay.
Remove project. No, delete project.
If I need a key.
You're not using the project.
No.
Okay, let me come to this ad again. So
No. There's no need to come here. Okay. At the side of the project, there's a red X there.
Yes. Just click it out. Okay. So assign and project owner is okay. Okay. So
go to the second the sheet PM cost. Okay. So you say it's the same now.
Okay.
So it's working.
It's working. Okay. So I can start.
My own is not working, no.
Oh yeah, show us your own.
And Ejiro was sleeping, eh?
In
and
fact,
she knows those of us that were wide awake. Ejiro was sleeping and she knows everything. Oh, wow. I will learn to sleep like you.
It's okay. So I'm trying to do the chart. That's where I am. Okay. But I can't get the graph. I don't see that, the bar chart.
You did why do you have 0, 0? Some 0, 0.
What am I supposed to do? It's not do not.
Oh no, you're supposed to drag the calculated field. So remove those zeros.
I was wondering, like, is this? So, which of the calculated field now?
Have you done it?
There's no calculated field, though.
There's no calculated field.
Go to your second sheet. That's where you have your actual and budget.
Oh, okay. Actual and budget. You see, that's why it's not good to sleep. Go to budget, the front, put budget in front. Then change the first one to bar.
No, the first one is not bar.
Is what? Is the Gantt?
Is the Gantt chart. This is the one that is bar.
Okay.
The budget is the one that should go into bar because that is what they are budgeting. The actual should be as like a KPI. Over the, no, Dion, you are the one that is not listening to what Joy is saying now.
I did it already now. Budget should be the bar chart, right?
It don't matter. Yes, budget make it bar chart, and the actuals, which is the actual cost, make it the Gantt. It's going to be like a bar chart, but it just show like the top instead of having like a long bar.
Okay. I guess I'm getting it now.
Your budget should be bar chart. Make it bar. No, go
budget. I have to flip it first then.
No.
No need. Just change it.
Change it to bar charts. Then go to the below one and make it Gantt chart.
Okay.
and then you can do your dual axis.
Yeah,
Right click. Okay, go. Adrian, go ahead.
Synchronize the axis and see what will happen.
Huh?
Click the drop down arrow on actual cost. Let's synchronize the axis. Okay, it doesn't give us the.
No, go right click on the scale. Yeah, where you are. No, go back to where you're coming from.
Here.
Yeah, on the actual cost scale. On the scale, on the axis scale.
Is this not where I am?
Inside is
yeah. Right click and
okay.
You see synchronize.
Synchronize the axis.
Oh.
And then you can format from here. You can do your format. Actually, you don't even need 2 columns because they are the same thing. So you are just repeating. So you can remove the project owner because you see the same thing with the assign. So you can just drag that one off. So here you can format how, and you can hide one of your header for your axis because they are just
this part that is together.
It's overlapping. You can edit it to give them some space. Okay.
If you want to overlap, those ones that are overlapping, click on it, right click on it. Or go to formats. Go to
the easiest way to do this kind of formatting. Let me show you the easiest way to do this kind of formatting. Click out, Dion. You see, the 2 data, they are overlapping. So you want to like give one some space. So the one for the bar chart, let's try to put them inside the bar chart. Let's see how that look like. So the bar chart is the first.
Label.
Go to label. Absolutely, Adrian is right.
Then go to alignment, where you have automatic. Then select the center, middle. No, down, the middle down.
Yeah.
Then you can change the direction if you want to.
Yeah.
No. You can change it like this or the other. It's like this is okay.
So this is one way to do it. Huh?
This one is still.
Yeah, it's because that's the scale of the actual. So it's telling you Tracy had a budget of 28,000, was spent 24,000 actual. So he's the one saving money. All the ones that have their bars above their bar charts, those ones went beyond their budget. The one that have it line in the bar saved also money.
Mine is like magic. I don't even know what I'm doing.
No, you better know what you are doing, Victor. Okay, Dion, are you okay with this? So you can format this. Format this as you want, bring in your filter and all that. Okay.
Mine is looking
What's our filter?
No, you can bring in filter. Let's say they want to see for each project. You can bring in filter from your primary source. It don't matter. Since they're all linked, so you can use it. That one was just a demo to show us something, so don't even use that. You see that one has no data, any relevant data. So go to your main sheet and bring in. So clean this up, put everything in one dashboard and bring in your filter, and you can name it projects by whatever, okay? So Victor, share your screen quickly.
I can share?
Go ahead. Okay, who can, Victor, please correct yourself. You know what you are doing wrong.
Have they battling with it, sir?
Why are you battling with it? Just do the right thing. Clear your dashboard. Clear your dashboard. Just clear everything.
Oh.
Okay. How did you define your data relationship?
I came here and blended.
Your assigned is change it to string.
That might just be the assigned with the wrong data. Remember, we are playing with different kind of data, so you have to investigate to see, is that the real assigned with the real data? See, this is the assigned with the wrong data, so you don't need it.
Okay.
Then go to the other one and go to project. No. Just leave that alone. Oh, why did you take out the assigned? Go to the first. No, go to the first Gantt. Drag the assigned. Then
for
go
your
to the
relationship to
second one.
work, you have to bring in one member of your column to your view. Then go to the secondary data that will trigger the relationship to come up.
Okay.
That's common.
Okay.
So you can now drag your budget and actual. No, now why are you taking it out?
I wanted to, what am I doing again? Sorry, I wanted to put it on top. This want me to flip. Assign
Okay,
down.
it's okay like this now. So go to the second one and drag, no, leave project owner. We didn't use that. Drag your budget and actual.
Okay, that's what I was doing wrong. Okay.
So the second one, you change it to the actual, not the budget. Change the actual to the Gantt bar. Dual axis. Then change the first one again to bar. Change budget to bar. Then synchronize axis. You can do it at the side. Just go where there's actual cost. Right click on actual cost on this. No, down. The other side. Oh. Yes, there. No, you didn't click inside. Right click inside. Yes, synchronize. So you can show your label. Then you arrange it. Go to direction up there, where the capital A is. Yeah.
Okay.
No, why did you choose that place you have automatic? Choose the middle alignment. Down on your left hand. Choose the middle one. Then choose the A. Go back and yes, choose that A. Go to
You
the
see,
horizontal and choose center also.
he is working on the Gantt chart. That's why I say know what you are doing. We want to, since the bar have space is horizontal, put the test for the bar inside of the bar. So you are on the Gantt chart.
You're on the Gantt chart. You're on the wrong place. Go to budget. Yeah. Go to alignment.
Vertical, no, vertical. No, the one under. Yeah, turn it. Direction. The other one in the middle.
Is?
Yeah,
No, the A.
Direction, yeah.
But it's going to one side. Let it be on the center. Go to the horizontal and put it in center. Okay, now you're good.
Can we add a dollar sign to this? Okay, now.
So,
of course, you can. You can do whatever you want.
So, but what of this?
Go to Gantt chart.
Go to the Gantt.
I mean, to the other one.
Go to the label there.
Automatic.
Alignment. Go to alignment and make it automatic. Under vertical. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
You didn't tell me to hide one of the axes. Doesn't need to hide
you
it.
can.
Yeah, okay. Sync the axis. Okay, hide one. Just uncheck show down. Then
okay.
I do width. Okay.
Right.
I want to.
So Victor, please try and practice all these things are just little tweaking. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, here is another way that we can quickly do it. I know let's say, let me go to my first, bring in my sign here. Okay, I go to my second one. I have my relationship. I have my actual budget. I just want you guys to get used to doing things in a way that you feel you want to do. Okay, in a way that it makes sense to you. So I'm going to make I can make my, for example, my budget. I'll make it like a Gantt bar, and I can also make this like a Gantt bar, just to try to add some, some skills. Then on my budget here, I'll just bring in my budget into my size like we did yesterday to define here. So right here, I can just, okay, let me do my dual axis right here. Let me see if I can sync. Okay, all right. And I can just hide my header. I don't want to show my header. I can just make these, okay, do my formatting, clear my dashboard, and then here I can just show my tooltip. You see that now?
Yeah.
So here I can say, okay, let me give my users more information. You can see that, for example, this person that is saving us money, Tracy is saving us money. We can see that is right here. This might not be a way, so you might want this to be on top. What do? You can quickly, let me,
No, not.
Okay. Where's my show header? You can go right here and right click here and say, okay, reverse. You're going to reverse it. It's right up there. And I hide this. This is just another fancy way of showing your data, right? Now, this you won't find this kind of chart anywhere, but you can do it. It's there for you. to say, okay, this, let me show my stuff this way. So they can quickly see here which of the project owner or assigned is consuming more budget. Okay, so this is the budget. This person have 28,000. Mike have a lot of high budget, yet he still went over spending $40,000 above. Okay, and we can just call this, this is my calculation here. I'm trying to see the difference between the budget and the actual. So I'm able to call this cost variance. And I can drop this in my, let me go to all of the mark here. Let me drop this in my tooltip. So you can see right here that Mike have, let me also bring the, this is the budget. Let me bring the budget also to the tooltip here. Let me bring in the cost also into the tooltip here. So Mike here have a budget of 36,000, but with the variance of 4,800. So he went above his budget. So quickly, what is this showing us? Mike have the highest budget if you want to rank, followed by who among these owners have the smallest budget? It should be Jordan, and he went above by 2,400. See, this is another way for you to show it. Or you can say, okay, let me get a little bit fancy. Let's do it in a different way. I can bring in my assign here. Go to my secondary here and bring in my budget and actual. Let me bring in my budget here. I can say, okay, let me go to the budget and just make it like a circle. And then I can use my budget here to show the size of the circle. And I can increase it. Let me make this fit width, fit view. Okay. And then I can just make this like a Gantt bar as well. And I can also just show my dual axis. See? It depends on how you want to show it. If you do your tooltip here, you can see that they won't really overlap. This is the budget. This is the actual. This person is spending less. Yeah. Or you can also say you want to like get a little bit more. We can't really use line chart here. And let's see if we can use area chart. Okay, area chart is working. So we can say, okay, let's flip. Let's bring these balls in front by right-clicking this and say move to the back. Okay, now here we have it. You can just get some get skillful. You can, let's see line. This is line charts, and let's synchronize here. Okay. You can get skillful with it. There's no one way. It depends on how your users want. Some users we want to see this the actuals in line, and they want to see the budget in bar charts. See?
Yeah.
So they want to see it in bar here. You might not need to show this because it's overlapping. You might just want to show this, and then you might say, okay, let's move this to the back so the line be in front, and you have it. So they see what their budget is, and they can see that almost everyone here went above all of their budget except for Tracy, because Tracy line is in the bar. Quickly.
Can you sort it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Okay. Any question? Always remember there's no one way. Eh? Go ahead.
I wanted to say we can also do buying bar.
Yeah, you can do buying bar, absolutely. For the buying bar, you are right, Ejiro, absolutely. Let's do, I can change both to bar now, you can see. So you can see that my budget is behind and my actual is in front. I can say, okay, let me show this header. No, let me show this header here. And I said, let me move this to the front. So this overlap somehow like this. And I can say, okay, let me move my budget, for example, to the back, okay? And then let me increase, I'll go to my actuals and reduce the size. No, which one am I
the other one to the front.
Oh no, sorry, I'm reducing my, I want to reduce my actuals, the size for my actuals. Okay, you can just reduce it so they be inside. What is it changing to?
You can move the other one to the back. Yeah, the other one.
No, I want this budget to be behind.
Okay.
Move to the front.
It's overlapping. Tracy is overlapping.
Okay, all right. Okay, I know why it's behaving like that. It's because I put this budget
in size.
Yeah, that's why it's behaving like that. So right now, let me move this to the back. Yeah. And now this is a lot better. So you can see that my actuals, let me reduce this one a little bit. My actual is red, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So this is better. So you can see now that your budget is all at the back, but this Tracy here, everything aligned perfectly for him because he's the one saving us some money. Okay. And now you can also, okay, I want to see how much these people here is saving us on top. I mean, how much did they went over by on top of this? So to do that, let me try to see if I can do that here. I'll bring in my cost variance here in details. And then I'll go over here and say add reference line. And I want this to be by, no, I want some. Okay, it's not bringing me my cost variance here. So it's not showing up the way I wanted it to show, but you can do it this way. That's your value line. No, let's do on parcel. Okay, parcel, yeah, this one is working, parcel. So we can leave it this way. So right here, you can see that this person here went over by, let's edit that line, not parcel. It should be per edit. Parcel should be per each of the bar, right? So as he, okay, let me not put any line. No. Was it giving me this line? I think I know why. So let me remove this. Let me remove this. And let me remove that stuff from here. Now let me go to my budget. For example, I bring in the cost variance in here to my details. And let's do add reference line, for example. Cost variance. I want to do parcel. I want value. Okay, this is a lot better. Now, so let me see if I put the line, if it's going to, no, so at this point, I'll just remove the line. I don't need the line, it's overlapping. So you can see that this person here went above the budget by 2,400, 2,400, only this person is within the budget and still saving us money. You can add a lot of stuff that you want to add in.
Can we also do stack bar?
Stack bar? Using these two?
I'm asking, yeah, can we?
Yeah, you can. Let's do stack bar, let's see. It's going to stack everything, like all the names, and it really give you what you want.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can do it this way. I mean, however your requirement want it.
This is also good.
This is also good. Remember, we did something like this before, whereby we see by name, we see the actual, the budget, the budget.
Yes.
And we can also bring in this here, because the difference into the value here. Then we cannot say that this person went by, let's shoot the 2 tip. So the budget here was 18,000, and let's arrange this accordingly. Okay, the budget was 18,000, he spent 20,400, and this is what went over by. So quickly here, you can see that only Tracy also is saving money. Okay, this is another good way to show it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Dion, any question?
No.
So you understood everything that we're trying to do when it comes to costs, budgeting, actual.
Yes.
Okay.
Except for this last.
Except for this last one?
It's not like he's confusing, but I mean, I have to do it to know it. So not that I understand what you're trying to show.
Yeah, it's just for you to play with different kind of charts.
Different,
Yeah, this one is side-by-side bar chart. You put everything side by side. You don't need to do anything. Bring in all your measures to the view and just switch around. Let's switch around with pie chart, with this, and so on. You know, just play with it, and then you can start formatting. Just doesn't hurt. Okay. Or like table like this. Say you want to do budgets. Let's put our budget on top, and let's bring our variance in between. So what can you quickly see here? The same thing. It doesn't.
Yeah, just the difference. That's why I said it's just to play with it when I do it on my own. But I understand what you were trying to do, like different ways to present the data.
Yeah. So put in mind data blending, how they work, data joining, how they work. The same concept for blending is the same concept for join. Okay, it's the same concept. If the data are not the same, whatever, by all what we discuss, it may not give you what you really want. So you just have to investigate the data to get what you want.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to try and put this up, if not tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow we hit our requirement that we're supposed to do today. But I think this was more needful.
Yeah.
So any question before we call it a day?
Can I see your cost variance again, please? I know it's budget minus actual cost, the calculation.
You have to sum it, some
of.
Oh, you have some budget minus some actuals.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. Please, can you add this thing? What do you call it now? The dollar sign.
You can, that you know how to do all that. All you have to do is go to your formatting here.
Thank you.
And put it in currency. You see, it already bring it here and reduce the decimal places.
Thank you. I forgot.
You can even do custom. Let's say you want to do custom dollar signs, and what you wanted is not here. Display units, and here you can just put naira. If naira is so much in your head, you see, you can put naira there. But nobody wants naira. Naira does not have value. Okay. All right. Everyone have a good night and stay safe.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
don't forget to send some of your paycheck tomorrow, your stimulus.
Okay.
Dada, you must send them because you have 5 kids.
Lucky, I hope you are not recording
Yeah,
this.
yeah, helping
It's
him count
recorded,
his
I know
Don't mind Lucky, it's playing you. He got 3 kids.
You don't want us to beg you, Abby.
He's joking. He told his future.
It is well, thank
He's
you.
seeing
All
the
right, you have a
future.
good
Eh?
night.
Me too. Bye.
Good night, everybody.